We knew it 700 years before it happened. The prophet Isaiah in Isaiah 7, verse 14, foretold that the Messiah would be born of a virgin. Now, that gets a little controversial because skeptics will say sometimes, well, wait a minute, the word alma in the Greek that's used there doesn't always necessarily mean virgin. If to use virgin, they would use the word batula, which is another Hebrew word. And so was he really talking about a virgin birth of the Messiah? Mm-hmm. Well, the answer is there was no single word in ancient Hebrew that always meant virgin. They didn't have a word in their vocabulary. The word that's used, alma, it means young maiden. And a young maiden was presumed to be a virgin in those days. The other word that people want them to use, batula, actually is used sometimes of widows who were not virgins. So they did use the correct word. A young maiden, a virgin, is to give birth. In fact, before Jesus was even born, when the scholars translated the Hebrew scriptures into the Greek, the word that they chose for that translation, this is even before Jesus was born, was virgin. So they got it. So this prediction, 700 years in advance, was that the Messiah would be born of a virgin. Other people say, no, that actual passage, that was a prophecy for King Ahaz, who lived back in those days. And yes, there is stuff in there about King Ahaz. It's a double fulfillment of that passage. But it's in a nest of messianic prophecies. Isaiah chapter 7, the Messiah is going to be born of a virgin. In Isaiah chapter 9, he is already born and he is declared mighty God. In Isaiah chapter 11, he is reigning with the power of the Spirit. So this is in a cluster of messianic prophecies. Besides which, this King Ahaz, he was in trouble back then. There were a couple armies that were trying to kill King Ahaz. And so God was trying to reassure him, hey, look, I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. You're going to come out fine. But King Ahaz was of the house of David. If he had been killed as these enemies were trying to kill him back then, that would have ended the line of David. The Messiah was to come through the line of David. So the fact that Ahaz needed to survive this challenge to his life was very relevant to the birth ultimately of the Messiah. So we knew 700 years before Jesus was born that the Messiah would be born of a virgin.